This presentation is brought to you by Group ACE. Members include Amisha Mangal, Kurt Ann George, Kristen Winchester, Charlene Siluchan, and Richard Karambokas. It is based on Chapter 10 of Exploring Leadership, Renewing Groups, Organizations, and Communities for the course Leadership and Ethics. Our presentation discusses the concept of generativity, the concept of transition, an overview of the renewal process as it relates to the relational leadership model, and last but not least, importance of the human spirit.
As we renew our strength in sleep, we renew our business by making changes to improve it so that it becomes more successful. Renewal is an opportunity to look for ways that regain the involvement of others in the organization's direction and ways of working. However, it also needs to be achieved within the complexity and pace of the current business environment, as that is not likely to go away. To be successful, an organization must develop a leadership style, business process, and culture that can effectively handle the challenges and prospects that might come up. We begin this chapter with the concept of generativity and transition, and how they can be used to help leaders and members renew themselves and the organization.
Generativity.
According to Erik Erikson, generativity is concerned with establishing and guiding the next generation. This idea is important to our discussion of renewal because it relates to the obligation of the older, more experienced leaders and members of the organization. We believe it is their responsibility to leave the organization better than they found it by motivating, mentoring, inspiring, and coaching less experienced members.
The concept of transition.
People are often quite uncomfortable with change for all sorts of understandable reasons. This can lead to them resisting and opposing it. This is why it's important to understand how people are feeling as change proceeds so that you can guide them through it and so that in the end, they can accept it and support it. Bridges' transition model helps you do this. People enter this initial stage of transition when you first present them with change. This change is often marked with resistance and emotional upheaval because people are being forced to let go of something that they are comfortable with. In the ending stage, people may experience these emotions: fear, denial, anger, sadness, disorientation, frustration, uncertainty, a sense of loss. People have to accept that something is ending before they can begin to accept the new idea. If you don't know or acknowledge the emotions that people are going through, you'll likely encounter resistance throughout the entire changing process. In the neutral stage, people affected by the change are often confused, uncertain, and impatient. They may experience resentment, low productivity, anxiety about their role, status, or identity, skepticism about the change initiative. Despite these, this stage can also be one of great creativity, innovation, and renewal. This is a great time to encourage people to try new ways of thinking or working. The last stage, transition stage, in a time of acceptance and energy. People have begun to embrace a change initiative. At this stage, people are likely to experience high energy, openness to learn, renewed commitment to the group or their role. As people begin to adopt the change, it's essential that you help them sustain it.
We'll now get into the renewal process. What is the renewal process? It is a process whereby groups, organizations, and communities undertake conscious and active efforts to revitalize, strengthen, and uplift their existing status, to further their beliefs, values, and activities towards their shared desired future. Within the renewal process is the concept of continuity. It is where you take the best of a group's current situation and carry it forward under conditions that require new approaches. According to Gardner, 1990, the renewal process is necessary in order to achieve new understandings and opportunities, liberate energies and facilitate the release of human potential, restore and reinterpret core values, beliefs, mission statements, revive forgotten goals, and or generate new goals. What can be done in this renewal process? According to Gardner 1990, in a nutshell, you can boost the motivational levels of leaders and participants, encourage the creation, development, and implementation of new ideas, maintain a shared vision for a desired future, promote diversity, inclusivity, and to an extent, dissent, reassign leaders and expose them to new challenges, recruit and develop new members, refocus on the group's core purpose, reorganize and shuffle, and secure all forms of internal and external communication. We'll now look at the renewal process as it relates to the relational leadership model. When undergoing renewal in a group, organization, or community, it is beneficial to examine the factors of the relational leadership model. They are purposeful, inclusive, empowering, ethical, and process-oriented. The renewal process, common purpose. Common purpose is derived from the relational leadership model. It is critical when beginning the renewal process that groups focus on being purposeful and revert to the basic principles, that is, mission, vision, and core values. Members need to know why they are doing what they are doing, and renewal requires members to reaffirm their common purpose. How do members reaffirm their common purpose? Our presentation provides two strategies: retreats and the 5 whys exercise. Retreats. A renewal-based retreat will present members with a discussion forum to engage in group conversation. So for example, let's say a group takes a weekend retreat. During that retreat, they will engage in this group conversation and ask and answer questions such as, what was the main purpose of the group when first formed? What is the main purpose of the group now? Has it changed in some way? Where is the present state of the group? Where would we like it to go? What are the group's missions, visions, and core values? Do these missions, visions, and core values need changing or altering? By answering these questions, members will return energized, motivated, productive, and with a sense of personal connection and meaningfulness. After this group conversation, the challenge now becomes maintaining the momentum that was developed at the retreat. How is it that the group is going to translate words into actions and implement the decisions made during the retreat while keeping momentum flowing? They can do so by ensuring that the group's vision is meaningful and impactful on members. By aligning the group's visions with personal visions, it will be powerful and impactful and steer members to work hard towards the group's goals. A meaningful vision will guide the group's members to produce plans and actions that are positively and purposefully geared towards the desired future. Obviously, if your personal beliefs align with the beliefs of the group, you will work harder to help achieve the group's goals. The second method of reaffirming common purpose is participating in the 5 whys exercise. Essentially, you'll ask yourself a question. A popular question is, why does your group, organization, or community exist? And then once you have an answer, ask yourself why that answer is important. Take your answer to that question and ask why again, until you have asked why a total of 5 times. The purpose of this exercise is to get to the core of the first question that you asked. What is the core of your group's existence? What is the main and true purpose? To put things into perspective, we have an example over here. Consider this imaginary conversation with the chair of a campus entertainment committee. So you can pretend that this is COSTAATT. The main question is, why does your organization exist? To provide campus entertainment for students. Why is that important? So they'll have something to do and have fun. But why is that important? So they'll enjoy going to school here and stay out of trouble. But why is that important? If they like going to school here and stay out of trouble, they'll stay in school and hopefully graduate. And why is that important? If they graduate, hopefully they'll go out and be successful, make a big salary, and contribute money to the school. So, as you can see, they took their first question, why does your organization exist? And break it down so that they uncovered the organization's core purpose for existing. And always remember the core. Once you define or redefine this group's core, you must return to the core at every opportunity. Always ensure to keep in mind why the group exists, why people originally formed the group, why others decided to join the group, and help make this core come alive for the membership.
The renewal process inclusion. To assist with the success of the renewal process, leaders must be inclusive. This means that they are valuing, understanding, and engaging the diversity of the employees' views, styles, and approaches that can add multiple perspectives to the organization. It also involves the development of the strengths and talents of the employees, enabling them to grow and become better contributors to the organization. In short, leaders must tap into the energy of their members. This can be done by helping them be more aware, knowledgeable, and skilled. Leaders can host developmental workshops. They can encourage members to attend conferences, give them tasks that they have never done before, and also develop leadership potential in new members. Once their strengths are identified, leaders can invest and capitalize those strengths, encourage them to use those strengths and talents, give them a chance to explore it. Leaders can also include individuals who are outside the core group, as they are the ones looking in. They can have hidden talents and creativity that can be of great value. Also, at times when attention is given to these types of members, they become very active and involved in the group. Once these methods are explored, changes will occur in the organization. Tasks will be done more efficiently and effectively in a timely manner. There will be no reasons hindering or preventing members from the groups or the organization in completing their jobs. These existing members will have with them historical perceptions so that they can give better insight and strategies to accomplish goals and overcome any problems in the future. So they will be valuable employees or members to assist with the renewal process. Due to this, a solid foundation is created for new members. By this, I mean leading others to lead themselves and to show commitment to the common purpose and core values. When individuals realize that leaders or the organization have taken the time to invest in their development, they feel equally treated and loyalty towards the organization is created. The renewal process, empowerment. Thriving on change demands the empowerment of every person in the organization. This is another way to ensure the renewal of the company is achieved. Leaders can reduce barriers that block individuals' development and meaningful involvement by providing them with the resources, authority, opportunities, and the motivation to work. This will help make the employees feel pleased and competent to do their jobs. The important strategy is to get members involved. Creating strong connections among members encourages them to form valuable and trusted relationships. They get a feeling of significance to each other and to the process of change. Involve members in the most important parts that are considered to be the life of the group or organization. Ask them to participate in something meaningful and give them the opportunities to have a say in the matter that is being approached. According to Gardner 2003, those who hold power must be held accountable. So with leaders empowering their members gives them a chance to assume and take full responsibility for their actions. As leaders empower their members by getting them involved, it will benefit the organization by creating a web of responsibility for various activities and functions. Members tend to experience a greater sense of commitment, not to themselves alone, but to the organization. They believe that other members in their group are depending and counting on them. Due to the fact that their leaders are giving them that motivation, they will work to their utmost capacity and best efforts to make sure the group or the organization is successful in achieving the intended goals, which in this case is to bring about change and aid with the renewal process.
The renewal process as it relates to being ethical. Being ethical means doing the right thing for the organization. It means being committed to justice, care, and having socially responsible actions. Being ethical involves hard work, having ongoing conversations, engaging in introspection, and having dedicated leaders and members. These ethical values will attract new members who will then be committed to embodying these ideals in order to strengthen and renew the organization going forward.
We'll now look at the renewal process, process-oriented.
The renewal process, process-oriented. In order to renew the organization, the concept of appreciative inquiry can be used. Appreciative inquiry is defined as a collaborative and highly participative, system-wide approach to seeking, identifying, and enhancing the life-giving forces that are present when a system is performing optimally in human, economic, and organizational terms. Essentially, this means that when one identifies what the organization is doing right, it can create positive change or they can work from those positive aspects. Appreciative inquiry is carried out in 4 stages as seen in Figure 1. The first stage is discovery. This entails appreciating or remembering significant achievements and periods of excellence within the organization. The second stage is dream. This entails envisioning an ideal organization or desired future. The third stage is called design. This involves constructing new ideas, structures, or goals to achieve the dream or the desired results. And the last stage is called destiny
or delivery. This stage involves being proactive. Tasks are delegated and roles and responsibilities are established in order to achieve the results.
Importance of human spirit. The human spirit can be defined as the core of our being that gives life its true meaning. It is the driving force that encourages us to wake up each morning looking forward to the day. The human spirit, like any other skill we learn, has to be nurtured and applied properly. For a leader, the ability to renew his own spirit, as well as helping members of the organization renew theirs as well, is what makes a leader successful. A leader must help his fellow members by identifying their reasons for being associated with the organization and trying to strengthen them. In essence, you must provide an environment for your members to feel passionate about being associated with the organization. This in turn inspires them to strive for success and tackle any problem that arises with high optimism. For any organization, a leader must never underestimate the importance of the human spirit, as it can prove to be an invaluable asset in all forms of renewal efforts. Conclusion. In concluding this chapter, groups, organizations, and communities require continuous renewal in order to remain successful. Whether the scale of the renewal is large, medium, or small, once a leader, along with their members, understand their purpose, they will be able to incorporate new ideas, thoughts, and approaches needed to achieve great success and future growth.
Thank you for your time and attention. These are our references.